In today's program, 13 provinces are reporting a surge in COVID infections. Thailand's top virologist says the virus is going nowhere and therefore people should get vaccinated. And the Thai Prime Minister says he is going nowhere either. Sadly, there's no vaccination against that. Details on these headlines and many more coming right up. You're watching Thailand News Today, bringing you the latest headlines in Thailand and beyond. So be sure to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on the news. Thailand's public health minister says he's concerned that places that serve alcohol could become Covid hotspots, as people who are intoxicated are less likely to follow disease control measures. Party pooper Minister Anutin Charnvirakul says bars and restaurants serving alcohol should strictly follow COVID-free setting guidelines, which includes vaccinating staff and requiring customers to show either proof of vaccination or results from a recent COVID test. Anutin added that if all preventative measures are strictly followed, we will soon be able to reopen other businesses as well. According to the minister, 10 million people in Thailand still need to get vaccinated, and the health ministry will dispatch mobile units to accelerate inoculations in rural areas. While some people have reservations with private hospitals for a vaccine, such as Moderna, Anutin says the government also has mRNA vaccines like Pfizer and Moderna in stock. He says people can simply inform a nearby hospital or vaccination unit if they want to be inoculated. However, many people have reported that upon checking, Pfizer is either only offered as a single dose or, more often, not available at all. The CCSA is paying close attention to 13 provinces that are reporting a surge in COVID infections. The provinces are Songkhla, Trang, Surat Thani, Krabi, Nakhon Si Thammarat, Khon Kaen, Sa Kaeo, Nakhon Ratchasima, Saraburi, Ubon Ratchathani, Udon Thani, Kanchanaburi, and Prachuap Khiri Khan. According to the report, new COVID-19 cases in these provinces account for 32% of new infections across the country. Today, Thailand has reported 6,335 new infections and 35 deaths. Healthcare workers have now administered around 90 million vaccine doses, with at least 40 million people having received 2 doses. One of Thailand's most prominent virologists says the COVID-19 virus is going nowhere and everyone should therefore get vaccinated. Dr. Yongpu Warawan took to social media to say that vaccination will offer protection from serious illness, hospitalization, or death. Yong made reference to the first SARS virus in 2003, SARS-CoV-1, which could not be contained despite attempts then to achieve herd immunity. While there have been no reported cases of SARS-CoV-1 since 2004, the world is now battling with the next generation, better known as COVID-19. According to Yong, the arrival of the Delta variant has accelerated transmission, presenting a tougher challenge for the world. He says that any attempt at herd immunity requires at least 60 to 70% of the population to be vaccinated. However, he adds that while the vaccine can prevent serious illness and death, it will never completely wipe out COVID, and therefore herd immunity will not be 100% effective at preventing transmission. He says the situation is similar to that of the influenza vaccine, which offers protection against the risk of death but does not completely prevent infection. The Thai Prime Minister says he is not going anywhere and will remain in position at least until next year's Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit, which Thailand is hosting. Prayut Chan-o-cha was responding to questions from reporters about the remainder of his 4-year term, which ends in March of 2023. He says as long as the country needs him, he won't quit. Let me know in the comments who needs him. Prayut says the country is plagued with many problems that need to be addressed, although Thailand has still made significant progress, and his administration is focused on attracting more foreign investment and taking care of the less well-off in society. He has also dismissed claims from opposition parties that the ruling coalition is in trouble, saying that it is just their imagination. The Bangkok Post reports that Thailand will host the first APEC meeting in Phuket between December the 1st and 3rd when it takes over the chairmanship from New Zealand. During 2022, a further series of APEC meetings will be held across the country, with the summit held in Bangkok from October the 30th to November the 3rd. The Prime Minister says Thailand's chairmanship of APEC in 2022 presents significant opportunities for creating a sustainable post-pandemic future. Thailand may have reopened, but there is little sign yet of any significant recovery in the southern province of Phang Nga, as most businesses in the tourist area of Khao Lak are still suffering. However, Chayabon Hiranganokul from the Phang Nga Tourism Association is optimistic that things will pick up in early 2022, adding that around 50% of hotel rooms have already been booked for next month. He says local businesses, drivers, and tour operators have complied with disease prevention measures to become SHA accredited, while hospitality staff have already received full vaccine doses, including a third jab. As daily new infections are being kept low, he's confident tourist numbers will pick up for the end-of-year holiday period and during Songkran next year. Before COVID, tourism in Phang Nga generated around 54 billion baht a year in revenue, which dropped to 30 million baht during the pandemic. The Pattaya International Fireworks Festival is set to run from tomorrow until Saturday from 4 p.m. to midnight at Pattaya Central Beach, being the biggest event in Pattaya in a year. Mayor Sontia Kunbloom says those entering the main event area will need to show proof that they have received 2 vaccine doses or show a negative result from an antigen test issued no more than 72 hours ago. The mayor says festival organizers will follow the so-called universal prevention measures, which were followed for the recent Pattaya Music Festival. Alcohol is officially prohibited from the event. Face masks must be worn in all areas of the festival. Sounds like an absolute blast. Police say that during the event, they will close Pattaya Beach Road from Dolphin Circle to Pattaya Walking Street, and parking will not be allowed in that area in the hour leading up to the festival. And that wraps up our report for today. If you enjoyed it, you'll love the videos that just popped up, so check them out to continue watching our other shows. Thailand News Today will be back tomorrow. Meanwhile, you're now up to date on the Thaiger.
Tim was sad. He had time on his hands but didn't know where to find the news. But then he remembered. The Thaiger app. All your Thai news and Thaiger videos in one place. Just a single click takes you to a one-stop connection to all the news and information in Thailand. Now Tim is happy. Available free on Apple and Android, hologram not included.